So we're having a look at the hip bump sweep, and I guess we're having a look at the options from the hip bump sweep, predominantly for the kids, which means that there's some of the attacks that we'll use if we're in the adult class, and we wouldn't be able to do these for the kids. So the first one is, how are we doing? Good to see you in your gi. Is the basic motion. So I want to just explain to you how the motion goes, and this is a kind of weird thing about getting up. So a lot of the time that when we go to get up is our arms here will come up, which means that it's bent, and it's extremely hard for me to complete the get up with someone's weight on me. And most importantly, the arms are weak structure. So when we're trying to get when someone's pushing me down, I see a lot of people that struggle when their legs come up and they get pushed down from here. So what we want is we want to actually have a frame this way, so that if my partner drops into me, I have a solid frame and a solid structure. The easiest way I know how to teach this is that we turn our hands away from us, and that locks our arm into position. But it's very hard for me to go hand and then come up. So we do two motions. We go, elbow goes backwards, hand, and come up. So it's a straight lever and a straight lever. So that's one of the most basic ways to be able to get up. And I see a lot of people struggle with this. So again, we're here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my right elbow backwards. I'm going to turn to my right and my hand comes down. 1, 2, 3, up. This isn't a hip bump sweep. This is just a drill to make sure that we can move how we're supposed to move. Got it? So the second stage is on the hip bump sweep. What we're trying to do is we're trying to kick our partner over. So there's not much point coming up onto this leg here because it might guarding that weight's on it. So what I'm trying to do with the hip bump sweep is the opposite. I'm trying to go turn the side here, and what I'm trying to do is get this hip up. So I'm trying to turn over, and I can now bring my leg out. So I'm posting. So we turn to the side, elbow, 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 up. And what I'm doing is I raise my hips and I kick over to complete the sweep. So it's a little bit of a hard drill to do, a little bit of a hard drill as far as getting everything moving. But if we can't get the basics of the foundation of the motion going, this is really hard. Cool, thanks. So we're here on our backs. We go hip, elbow from here. We now sit up, and that creates a space for me to bring up to my hand. Once we're on our hand, we come up, and I'm kicking over to go to the mount position. So I've got the hip bump sweep from here. So post, yep, elbow in, but come up onto raise your hip. So again, from here, you watch your hip. So we go from here, move away, and elbow. Yep, and elbow, nice. It goes up, and now hand, and up, and now we're going to kick over, pop to the mount. Yep, that way, kick over, kick. Ah, close, but roll over, very good. Nice, we're getting there. Okay, just going to grab my partner. This is a nice easy drill. We're just going to grab Emma inside my guard. Very lucky to have a world champion as my training partner. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so first of all, I worked out I need this hand to post when I'm taking my partner this way. So I'm not going to grab with this hand. I'm going to get a cross grip. My hand's going to come over in a cross grip method. I turn my hip, pop, my elbow goes backwards. From here, I'm coming up, so I'm driving my hand and I'm driving my hips. I'm lifting the arm, pulling, and going to my mount. Nice easy drill. And again, it's okay. So inside the full guard, I get a cross grip. So my hand goes across my body cross grip across my body to get it. Once again, I can't put my elbow down, so I move to the side and my elbow. So that I'm creating space for my elbow. I now go elbow, 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 hand, hip, 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 hand. So I'm trying to lift my partner, I'm trying to hit it with my hip, bop, and turn it over to take the mount position. Very good. Okay, a couple of times. Do you just want to check to see those people? Right? I'm just going to get Emma just to check to see if there's people waiting to come in on the Zoom. Cool. Okay, and again. So just change the angle a little bit so you get a side point of view. So from here, close guard, cross grip, so my hand goes across the body to get my grip. I move my hips out to the side. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a space to work in, so I'm creating a value to throw my partner into. If I don't create the space, it's quite hard to do. My elbow comes backwards, elbow, and I go from my elbow to my hand, come up. The hardest part now is I want to raise my opposite hip. So if I'm posting on my right arm, I want my left hip to be high. So with my left hip, so we do bang here with my hip, and we're going to bump over. So hip, bump, sweep. I take my big roadhouse kick, so roadhouse, bop, come to my mount position, and control. Okay. Let's do this one more time, guys. Second shoulder. Yeah. Just right back. Yeah. So from here, cross grip, across the body. Create space from here. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Come up, hand, hand, hand. Hip, hip, hip. Boom. So my hip hits. I take the big step. Boom. Land onto my mount position. So hip, bump, sweep. Very good. Okay. So that's one of the core sweeps that's in our syllabus. The hip bump sweep is it's from the closed guard. There's like 4 major sweeps from the closed guard, which is like the scissor sweep or the basic sweep, the back sweep, the front sweep, the hip bump sweep, and then from the hip bump sweep we have the triangles and things. So what we'll do, very good. So what we'll do now is we're going to have a look at the triangle as a revision, and then we're going to go to the hip bump sweep abort, and that'll be the 3 kind of texts that we're doing today for today's class. So, first person, we're going to have a look at the closed guard again. Emma's inside my closed guard. And what I'm doing this time is I'm getting a cross grip, but I'm grabbing the gi. I'm not trying to grab the arm, I'm grabbing the gi. I do exactly the same thing. So my hip goes to the side, my elbow comes down, I push my partner, push, 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 post, retract my leg, pull my partner in, and I've got my hand inside the collar to do the choke. If we don't have the choke, my foot goes onto the hip, I kick and spin, and go to my triangle. So we're going to get the same person to this 5 times. You're on your back. So this is a little bit of a revision. So this time is, what I could be doing is, I could be passing the guard. So she's having trouble getting a cross grip on this, so she gets a cross grip on this instead. She's already on her side, her elbow goes back, 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 comes up, pushes. So she pushes, I post, she brings the leg through and over. The beauty about it is, for the adults, we go straight to an Ezekiel choke. So the hand goes over the back, so your right hand goes over the back, cup it, from here, I go straight to an Ezekiel choke, inside the trunk. Like I said, kids can't unfortunately do the Ezekiel choke. So what we're going to do, we're going to put pressure. As I go to grab the pressure, you grab my arm, put it across the body, pop, and cinch up your triangle choke.
Triangle.
Yeah. So we're doing the triangle. The triangle will go to the upper. You can't go the armbar to the triangle because we're facing the wrong way. Okay. Number 2. So number 3. We're going to do this 5 times, guys. So inside my closed guard, from here, as I'm passing, she gets a cross grip onto my collar. She goes elbow, and what she's doing is simply pushing, and I'll post. Her leg comes around, and for the adults or the senior kids, we go straight to an Ezekiel choke. So I'm going to spin around. So she's cupping under my chin and over my head and squeezes. Okay, what she does is, that's Ezekiel. You've got to be over 15 to do that. If you can't, you can simply go to a cross collar choke. So I defend the choke, you simply drag down across and your head follows where my arm is. And now, triangle or armbar. Okay, 2 more. Slide down. Okay, so closed guard, as I'm passing the closed guard, cross grips. Elbow to hand, pushes or post, retracts the leg, comes over. Your 2 options, so the seniors is a Ezekiel choke, others is a cross lapel choke. I defend it, drags the arm across, and we line our head up with the arm. So this is a perfect opportunity to sink the triangle choke or the arm bar. Okay, number 4. 1 more. Okay guys, I'm getting worn out doing this. So as I'm passing the guard, she goes collar grip. I'm just going to turn you just a fraction this way. So she goes stiff arm and stiff arm. Bop. So I'm here. I don't want to get done. So she pulls the leg out, pulls in. And number 1 is the Ezekiel choke. Number 2, cross lapel choke. As I go to defend it, pulls the arm across. Just so guys, if you keep that arm in there and pull really tight, you're actually going to choke me just here. There's a choke here as well, but we're not doing that today. Spins ahead, you can look triangle. Armbar. Okay, number 5.
That was tight.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to swap top to bottom now, guys. The other person's going to do it 5 times.
Oops.
Okay. Do another shot that, or was it?
Do it again.
Okay. So.
It's entertaining.
Okay. So ready, guys? Next person up, 5 times. Close guard. You're going to get a cross grip onto the collar. You push me backwards. Stiff arm, stiff arm. Leg comes out. Leg goes over my shoulder. If you've got the gi, you grab it. If you don't have the gi, grab it. Boom. Otherwise, switch to cross lapel choke from here. As I go to defend it, drag the arm. Switch it to triangle first, please. Triangle, and I defend it. We go to armbar. 1. Inside the full guard. Collar grip. Push, 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 push. Stiff arms. Post. Retract. Beautiful. Ezekiel choke. Cross collar choke. Boom. Defend. Boom. Switch it to triangle choke. Excellent. So it's a triangle in the armbar. That's number 2. 3 to go. Inside the closed guard, full guard. Boom. So stiff arm, so elbow to hand, stiff arm. You push me backwards, leg comes out. Inside, beautiful little choke from here. So go Ezekiel first of all. Cross collar. As I go to defender, drag down across. Switch it. Triangle. Armbar. 3, 2 to go. Cross collar choke. Stiff arm, push. Leg comes through, post. Ezekiel choke. Cross collar choke. Triangle choke. Armbar choke. Last one. We're going to do.
Get some blood back into your face.
And again, guys, so really important. So the little kids, if you're training with the adults, the triangle is really hard to do on someone that's a lot bigger than you. That's why you always have the option to go to the armbar. I find that like if you're training with your dad and your dad's a bit too big for you and he's a bit of a bully, he's not really, but he's a bit big. So we always switch it from the triangle to the armbar. We go to the triangle, but we switch it back. Last one. Ready, guys? Hands inside the collar. Stiff arm, push, post, boom, triangle. So, senior kids, Ezekiel, boom. Junior kids, cross lapel. I defend it, we drag the arm across, straight to triangle choke. If we can't get the triangle, go straight to armbar. Which is a really good combination. Do you want to have a look at that? Okay. So the next one, I want to do the little bit of the drill for you guys, just so you understand what we're going to do. We're now going to do a hip bump sweep and a fail. And what it might be is that my partner's weight is too strong, or my partner's too heavy, or I'm just having a lot of trouble completing the sweep. So setup's exactly the same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to abort the hip bump sweep, and we're going to look at like possibly a double leg or a single leg or a head snap. It's really up to you guys what you want to do from here. So the solo drill, just so we get it all going from here, is we're inside the closed guard again. I go to my little hip motion, and at this stage here, it doesn't kind of matter, but I would prefer that you have the collar, not the hand. I go from here, I go stiff arm, and I come up. So as I come up to my hip bump sweep, my partner's strong, so my leg simply pulls backwards and I pull the head down. So I'm just coming like to a head snap from head to head instead. So instead of completing the sweep where we're here, we're doing the big step over, I'm here, I'm trying to bring my leg over, but I can't. I bring my other leg backwards and I snap the head down. When I snap the head down, my whole body does, I'm not just pulling from here, so my whole body does the head snap. So this is from hip bump sweep to head snap. Okay, so Emma's inside my guard. We're going to go nice and slow. So I'll do this a couple of times just to get your technique right. So I'm going to get a cross grip again. My cross grip's going to go into the collar. I go stiff arm with my lead arm, stiff arm with my post arm. So move to the side, elbow, 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 hand, push, push, push. Now, I'm trying to do my hip bump sweep, but I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to abort, pull the head down, and look for my chokes or my head snap to the back. So remember, yeah, so it's your right leg. So when we're posting, let me just go a little bit of detail. Okay. The reason why I'm pulling my right leg out is because she's not grabbing it. If she's grabbing it, I'll take the sweep. I'll explain. So if I'm doing the hip bump sweep from here and she holds on to my leg, I simply do the sweep because she doesn't have a post. So what my partner does is as she posts, so my leg just comes here. So I'm coming up more in front of her, which allows me to pull the head down and possibly run to the back or choke. So the hardest part about this jump up is from here is I'm going push, 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 that. So I try to come up, but she's gone too far backwards and I can't get the triangle because the distance from my hip to her head's way too far. So I go leg, bop, and I'm pulling so my head, everything pulls down and I can now run to the back or I can do my choke. Okay. You guys ready to practice that? We're going to do this 5 times, nice and slow. 5 times. It's okay to show. Okay. So, up. So I'll shortcut, that was a bit fast. Cross grip. Move my hip to the side. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Hand. Stiff arm and stiff arm. Pop. Pull backwards. Everything goes pull, pull, pull. 1. Pops the head up. Sit back into my guard. Nice and cruisy. Start again. Grip. Hip to the side. Stiff arm, stiff arm. Out to the side. Everything pulls down, pulls down, pulls down. Seatbelt grip. Number 2. Number 3 coming up. Close guard. From here, cross grip, hip escape, elbow to hand, stiff arm both. Boom. She posts up, too far away to my triangle, disengage, head snap, boom. Run to the back or choke. 3, 2 to go. What was that for?
That was 3.
Okay, so here, again, cross grip, my hip moves to the side, stiff arm, back arm, stiff arm, front arm, push, she's too far back, abort, everything pulls down, let's do the head, let's do choke. 4. And number 5, coming up. Cross grip, hip to side. So elbow to hand, both arms go straight, so stiff arm, both sides. She posts, but she's too far away from me to do my triangle. I come up, disengage from here, change levels, shoot the leg for my double or my single. You've got heaps of options there. So you've got the choke, run to the back, shoot the double, shoot the single, heaps of options. Okay guys, swap over top to bottom. So we have the cross grip from here, and she goes elbow to hand, stiff arm, and I'm like, well, and I'm pushing, so I'm like, no way, I don't want to get trapped. So she pulls the leg backwards, she can snap my head down, and choke number 1. Inside the full guard again, so from here, boom, so stiff arm, so elbow to hand, pushes, bop, I post, and I'm stiff arming her, so it's hard for her to trot, comes up, and this time she pulls, runs to side back, takes it back if she wants to, or seatbelt grips, whatever you guys want to do. It's really up to you, whatever you guys want to do. We did the little one before we put the hand inside the leg, got that option as well, not in the kids class. So again, I'm passing the guard, she gets a grip. Okay, elbow to hand, stiff arm, I'm blocking her hip, so she comes up, pulls the leg backwards, snaps my head down, perfect position for a choke right here. Is that 3?
Yeah.
3. 2 more?
Yep.
That makes 5.
Oh, well done.
So cross grip, again, beautiful. So from here, I think I had some picture. She pushes, leg and leg, so arm and arm, push, bop. I'm too far away from here. So because I've sat down, right, what she's going to do is she's going to use this arm to pull my head that way, bop, let's go, and then takes my back. That's a far better option if I'm too far away. You're going to get a better back take from there. Okay, we're now going to have a look at the shoot of the double, shoot of the single. So what's going to happen is exactly the same thing. Emma's onto her back. From here, grips up, boom, shanker, hip, elbow, hand, push. From here, and I try to grab her head, she just changes levels and takes down. So that'll be like if I'm coming up to attack my partner, like to grab the head or to attack them. We're just changing levels and we're coming underneath our partner. It's a lot easier to do than to do the hip bump sweep and to try and keep that going. So that's the 3 variations that we're going to have a look at for the kids. And what we're going to do now is we're going to drill all 3 out. And it's a little drill to make sure that you guys get all 3. I'll talk you through it first of all. Emma's going to be my guinea pig and we're going to have a little bit of a flow. So 3 in 1 drill. So Emma's inside my full guard and my closed guard. So we're going to get a cross grip first of all. Cross grip. We go small hip escape, bop, elbow, come up, hang up, and I'm going to go to mount this time. So bop, I go to mount, number 1. She traps my arm from there, and I know it's the wrong way, but for the purpose of the video, she's going to bridge and roll me this way. Okay. Okay, so bop, so bridge and rolls. So for the purpose of the drill, if you've got a bit more space, make it real. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I've got my grip, she breaks the grip. Boom, I grab the collar. Elbow to hand, boom, from here, pull my leg backwards and we go to the triangle. Emma brings her hand through on the inside, breaks the grip, from here, boom, elbow, up, pull the head down, boom. Emma will now turn onto her back. I go inside a guard. I'm like, we could have got 2 points, I'm winning. It's not all about winning. She gets a cross grip on the hand. Okay, so does the standard hip bump sweep, comes up, hip bump sweep, boom. From here, I trap the arm, real good, bridge and roll, I come up. So this time I've cleared the grip, she goes to my collar, excellent. hip bump sweep again. I'm like, I'm not going to let you get my hand. So switch it to triangle. I bring my hand through, break out of the triangle. I'm like feeling pretty good. So she grabs hold of my collar again. Cross grip, third time's a charm. Comes up, 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 up. I'm like, no way. Disengages, pulls me down, boom. And I simply roll into my guard and we're here. So hip bump, sweep, hip bump, triangle, hip bump, double leg, single leg, back take. Okay, do you guys reckon you can do that? Okay, I'm going to do all three first and then Emma's going to do all three. Okay, so just make it nice so I'll talk through. So first of all, it's a hip bump sweep. We're going to mount. My opponent's going to bridge and roll me back into my guard. We're going to go triangle. Okay, so from here, cross grip, hip movement, elbow, hand, 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 bop, up, boom. I grab the head. She grabs my arm, bridge and roll, boom. Awesome. So I've now lost my grip. I've now lost my grip. She's going to try and start past my guard. I'm like, no, elbow, 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 push. Open my legs up, pull in, triangle. She brings her hand through, back in my guard. I've still got my grip, I'm winning. Hip escape, stiff arm, stiff arm, stiff arm. This time, boom. And I'm like, double leg, take my partner down. She fades into guard. Awesome. Push my hands on the ground. She gets a cross grip with my hand. Okay, excellent. Elbows, elbows, hips high, roadhouse, boom. For the purpose of the drill, I grab hold of it, I do my big bridge and roll my partner over, clear my hand, boom. She gets hold of the collar. Hip bump, hip bump, hip bump. I post, brings the leg over, goes to the triangle. I bring my hand through, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I'm like, so she doesn't let go straight away. Pushes, hand, 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 pushes, pulls my head down. Boom. Oh.
Take it back.
Boom, shoots double or single. Boom, takes me down. Try and get to my guard. Oh yeah. 2 points, but I got my guard. Technically, I'm still winning. Go this way. Back up, back up. Cross grip from here. Nice and easy. I move my hips away. Elbow, elbow to hand. Big up, roadhouse. A big kick, bop, roadhouse. I'm going to choke my partner. She gets hold of my arm. Big bridge and roll. No way. Boom. Post up. Okay, I get my cross grip. Yep, inside. So, elbow, stiff arm, stiff arm. Bop, she posts. Open my legs up, pull, and I'm like wicked, got my triangle. She jams the arm through, brings it up, no way. Boom. Head snap. Roll her over. Guard. Woohoo! 2 points. Okay. Hip bump slip, cross grip, either side. Oh, TRG, trap real good. Bridge and roll. Well, clear my grips, no way. Gets hold of my collar. Strains arm, stiff arm, I'm posting. Comes up, triangle. I'm like, no, so my, oh, we've got hold of my gi. Hands in, frame, frame. So she's still got hold of my gi. As I'm pushing up, she hip escapes. I'm like, no way. Pulls the leg backwards. Boom, pulls my head down. Takes my back. Or my mount.
Winning?
You got more points than me, you win. Okay. So that's a really cool little drill to do. And it's just to get everyone in the flow of it, how to move. Technically how to get the hip bump sweep, how to go hip bump sweep to triangle, how to go hip bump sweep to a board, which is your double leg, single leg, back take, chokes. So there's heaps of options from there. I just want to reiterate, just one of the biggest things I see on the hip bump sweep is that people kind of treat it like a half scissor sweep, and that they're not completing the hip bump. So when I do this, the cross grip for me is, I see a grip come up. What they're doing for me, they're trying to kick their leg across the body to do a sweep. I actually want to be up here and I want to keep my leg high to roll it over. So the higher that I get my hips, the more power I get from my kick and the better mount I get. And that's one of the biggest things I see is that people kind of get to what I call half. So they're here, there, and they're like this. And they try and hip bump sweep from here instead of from here. That, so my elbow's a little bit bent and I lack a little bit of power here. So the second thing is I'm trying to hip bump. So my hip has to turn for the sweep is, once I reach the pendulum or the pinnacle, so I can't go any higher, I now use that to kick my partner over. So I throw like a little roundhouse or a snap kick to kick them over. And it's very different to the guys I see, like they're here and they're like, come on, and they're just trying to push the sweep. You can't go any further. That's as far as I go. So to tip the tide of battle into my favour, that will just tip me over. So that's one of the biggest things, is like the hip bump sweep, that last little kick over the edge will help your sweeps heaps. There's a lot more to the hip bump sweep than that. This is, just to finish off, my favourite finish of the hip bump sweep, but we're going to fail the hip bump sweep. Okay, so just emphasis on my card. This will be a little bit of revision for what we're going to do, or a little bit of prevision for what we're doing on Saturday. So I get my collar and I'm here. So I'm going to do my hip bump sweep with a collar grip, but it's relatively high. I dip my hip, elbow, 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 hand, and I open up my hand, I drive my hand deep in the collar. Shoe post, I sit back, just catch the cross collar choke. Sorry. So it's a really easy way for me to get my cross choke because they defend it and it opens up their neck. So for Saturday's class, I'll be having a look at the hip bump sweep to the cross lapel as one of my favourite ways of setting it up. And then even if I do get the sweep, we're going to do the cross lapel for mount. So that's Saturday's class. Guys, hip bump sweep to cross collar. I'm just trying to chain everything together so we've got a big flow on a combination of things. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Kids, cool. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Thank you.
See you then.
Bye-bye.